I'm going to show you how to create your own personal skateboard using the Pages API. Whenever you see this API on the title, that means you can use the Pages graphic templates that are available on the page to create your own custom skateboard. And this gives you a lot more choices than if I were to create a skateboard and post it on the website. So whenever possible, I highly recommend you use the API. And the first thing you're going to see is a sample of the possible skateboards that you can create using the Pages API. And as you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, you see the possible skateboards. And the next thing you're going to see is a video of how to use the API. So if you ever need help using the API, then just refer to this video. The next thing you're going to see is number 1, pick a background color, and this is where your personalization of the skateboard starts. Here I'm going to choose yellow. Number 2, pick a negative overlay, and for that I'm going to pick this checkers vanish pattern. And wherever you see the white spaces is actually transparent, so you're going to see the background color and black. And since I chose yellow, it's going to be yellow and black. So this checkers pattern is going to be yellow on black. And you'll see that in a moment when I actually submit the query. Number 3, pick a background flame color. And I'm just going to leave it as it is and leave it as real flame. Number 4, choose a name for a blue block style. And here I'm just going to choose Alexander. I'm going to scroll all the way down, and here's the submit query button. But before I submit my query, I'm going to give you a little tip. Is if you don't see your name and you would like to have a request name, just use this link right here on the contact link and request for a name to be added. And now I'm just going to submit the query. And that was pretty fast on my computer because it's already been cached, but sometimes it may take a minute or two for it to for this page to load on your computer, because on the Skatersollie website the images are thumbnails, but the images that are actually passed into the Skatersollie API are high quality images, which I'll give you a sample right here is 47.3 megabytes. So the images ranges from 10 megabytes and 50 plus sometimes, so sometimes it may take a while for this page to load. So give it a minute or two, and if it takes over 2 minutes, reload your page. And as you can see right here, it's yellow, the background color of yellow that I chose, the checkers pattern, and here you see the real flames and the name of Alexander. And I don't know if you can see this, but right here is a little holes. This is where the truck goes, and if you're familiar with skateboards, it'll be okay, but in case this is a gift and you're not really familiar with skateboards, the truck will actually cover this whole pattern right here, the square. So as you can see, Alexander, I'll pick it. This pattern actually doesn't go over, but I'm just going to give you as an example. And see, this E and R might be covered by the trucks if it was actually in this size. So I'm just going to reduce the size so it doesn't get covered by the trucks once it's assembled. it's just something to be aware of if you never bought a skateboard before, because the name might be actually be covered. Actually, part of the design might be covered if once the trucks are assembled. And as I was saying before, the checkers pattern is actually transparent. So if you move this the flame behind the checkers pattern, it didn't happen. Hold on. As you can see, the flame actually moved behind the checkers pattern, and you can move it on top. Again, behind. And if you want to, like maybe a two-tone color, you can do that by actually moving the flame and then putting it behind the negative, enlarging and I'm not going to get into too much about customization using this panel right here, because the video is going to be long, and I'll just leave that for another video. But I'm going to give you a quick example of choosing your deck type right here. So these are the possible choices that you can actually use to create your own skateboard type. And I left it at 7 3/4 because this is like the standard, not standard, but the most I'll say purchased type of skateboard size. So if you want this pattern, you can use that, and as you can see, it changed right here. So, and that's it. If you want to go back and pick a different style, you can always do that. Use the back button and then pick your own color, red, blue, whatnot, and